Hey guys, welcome back. It's Keaton and Kalani, and today we're gonna do a reveal of my car. Now, if you guys are OG to the channel, then you guys have seen us working on the MR2 a lot, and today's the day that we finally got it back. Everything's running great, and we're going to reveal the whole thing. Now, just a quick overview of it is it's a bottom end, fully built 3S GTE. It's got the CT21 turbo, and we did a little bit of exterior mods to it, and here it is. So starting from the back forward, as you can see, for a 91, it looks a little bit different. Obviously, we changed it to the 94 plus taillights and centerpiece. The only downside is that the key goes in real far into there, so I can't unlock it through the key in the back, but that's just kind of how it is. We've got this raised up rear spoiler, so it's taller than stock. I think it's the Auto Pisa rep or something like that. We've got a Jap Speed catback exhaust. It's a full 3-inch, and Jap Speed 3-inch downpipe, which really isn't good because it has boost creep at the higher RPMs. Moving up a little bit, we've got the turboed MR2 rear engine hood, and you can see a little bit underneath the vents. We have dual engine fans that blow the air up out of the engine bay to keep the engine temps a little cooler. For our wheels, we have NK RPF ones. It's 17 by 8s in the front, 17 by 9s in the back, and right now it has 245s on the back of it. When you look at it, it looks like you can up it to a 255, maybe a 265 if you roll the fenders. Coming up here to the side skirts, we have, I believe it was the Greddy reps, and they fit all right. I had to do a little bit of Bondo work up front here just to make it actually fit. And then in the door jamb, so it wouldn't catch the door when you open the door, we just riveted it down, sanded it down so it wouldn't make contact with the bottom of the door, and then sprayed over it. Talking about the paint, it's a original Toyota color. It's if I remember right, it's nautical blue metallic, and I think if I remember right, the paint code is 8H3. We can put in a video clip of whenever we first sprayed it, when we got it in the sun, because it looks really good. Right now it's a little dirty because I drove through the rain, so we can put in a clip right here. Coming to the front, as you can see, we've got the 8-inch NK RPF ones right here, and they have a 215 on them. Oh, I better go this way so you're not in the sun. And it looks like I could fit a 255 up there just for a little bit better handling and less tracking in the roads. Coming up front, we have a stock MR2 front bumper that has the fog lights. My car originally didn't come with fog lights, but I like the way it looks, and I'll probably be wiring the fog lights in pretty soon. As you can see from the front and back, I debadged it. So besides from the steering wheel airbag, that's the only thing that says MR2. Otherwise, it's completely debadged. Let's see, brakes are the turbo MR2 brakes. I figured it's a better upgrade than just the stock 91 naturally aspirated brakes, since it actually has power now. It needs to stop as well. It's got Stop Tech rotors that are slotted, and some road and race brake pads. I forgot which brand they are. We could probably like write it in the description. And then Muteki blue lug nuts, because it looks cool. All right, now to show you the engine. As I said before, it's a 3rd gen 3S GTE engine from Toyota. It's also like co-designed by Yamaha, if I remember right. It's a fully built bottom end, stock head and everything. For the like intake, we just have like a normal cold air intake in there, the CT21 if I remember right, and then just kind of a crappy side mount intercooler in there. I think it's like a TCS, but he said that it was like, I found out it was like just a Chinese core, so it doesn't work very well. I'm gonna get that changed out later. For the fuel, it's got injector dynamic 1500 cc injectors, like some E85 fuel pumps and stuff, because it does have flex fuel now. The way they set that up is they have a swirl tank, I think it's called, or a slosh tank or something like that, to where when I go bigger power, I can put in more fuel pumps, so it'll actually never have to be limited by the injectors and the fuel. As you can see right here, we've got a little fuel pressure gauge right there. Buried deep inside there underneath the intake, we have a coolant ran oil cooler. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the engine. And as you can see, we still are on a stock blow-off valve. And a little bit better of a picture of the shrouds that we showed earlier. Also, I forgot to mention the suspension is some K-Sport coilovers and ST sway bars. They work pretty nice. The coilovers are actually like not bone breaking stiff, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, you know, it's got to be a race car, so I'm thinking about changing it in a little bit. And now we can look at the interior. All right, so as you can see, it's really nothing special right now. I still have the stock seats in because I'm still waiting to buy the seat rails for my Recaros. I've still got the stock steering wheel. May or may not change that out. It all depends on how further down the seats drop once I put in the Recaros, because as of right now, as you can see, my leg hits the steering wheel when I try to push the clutch in. So if it drops it down a little, it should help with that. The real big changes are the gauges that are right over the steering column. The short throw shifter that I have with the red leather shift boot and shift knob. As you can see from my hand, yeah, it does sit really low. Keaton doesn't like it. I don't mind it. And then a Blitz turbo timer, which is in there just kind of for looks, because I didn't wire it up all the way, so it turns on and you can press all the buttons, but it doesn't actually work. But it doesn't really matter because the turbo is a water-cooled turbo, so you don't really have to worry about it. Now, whenever we start up, I'll show you the gauges and what they do. All right, so right here is the AEM boost gauge. It's pretty self-explanatory. It shows vacuum and boost. And then over here, we have the CAN gauge that shows a lot more than just boost. It shows It can show ethanol content, AFR, manifold pressure, which is boost, intake air temperatures, wow, that's hot, water temperature, oil temperature, which we haven't set up yet. We don't have a oil temp gauge or an oil temp sensor, so it just shows 32 Fahrenheit. And then you can make it just show only AFR, only boost, stuff like that. Intake air temperatures, coolant temperatures, boost, target boost, and peak boost. And then just like a little information screen that shows everything, including timing, tire pressure sensors, you know, stuff like that. Volts, which is kind of cool. Never use it though. And then going into the menu, it'll show ignition angle, stuff like that, RPM, coolant, intake air temperature, oil pressure, fuel pressure, manifold pressure, air-fuel ratio. I don't know what that is. Traction control, which I don't have, drive-by-wire, gear, RPM speed, and I think somewhere in here showed shift light and launch control and stuff like that, but I haven't really gone through here too much. Oh yeah, something cool. It shows injector pulse, ECU temperature. There's the gear, speed, ethanol percent, throttle percent. And yeah. And as you can see, here's the Blitz turbo timer when it's turned on. You know, you can cycle through how many minutes and seconds you want it to be running for. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more.